I would like to explain how the recent stimulus made by President Trump actually scammed the American people. The very word stimulus comes from the word stimulate. To stimulate something is to get it going again or to get it functioning again, as to increase activity. Activity is the fuel and the source, the very foundation of a working system. To keep a system alive, it must cycle and flow through as it fluctuates up and down, which gives it life. An economic system is just like a car engine, or just like a human engine. It needs fuel in order to operate and run effectively. If you do not put fuel in a car, it will not run at all, it will die and not function. But give it gas and it will run and rumble with life and energy. Humans are the very same. We are engines that require fuel in order to operate and function properly. What happens if you take away food or water, which is out fuel? We collapse and stop moving, and we basically die. A plant can only grow when water, sunlight and soil are provided. Take away one of them and it would be catastrophic for the plant's life. Our economic system is exactly like our bodies, plants or our cars. Our economy pumps and flows like a human heart, in and out, or up and down. Exactly like a purring engine with pistons that move up and down to create energy and life. To stimulate an economy, you need the system to flow and move up and down. In the stock market, this is known as a bear or bull market, meaning bad or good, when stocks are either up or they are down. Our economy works exactly the same way as playing a game of Monopoly. I am sure most people have either heard of or have actually played the popular game of Monopoly. Everyone knows that players can quickly acquire wealth and take over as other players slowly start to lose everything. The longer the game goes on, the more players become very poor or even dead broke, having to go bankrupt. Many times when this happens, we take loans from the game or other players just so we can continue playing at all. Without giving these loans or gifts from other players, these bankrupt players could not play any longer, and soon there would be nobody left to play, and the game would end when a monopoly is achieved. If you were playing Monopoly and instead of giving a stimulus or a loan to the poor or bankrupt players, you give the money to the rich and wealthy players. I ask you, would that make any sense at all? The game would really be over with if this happened. This is exactly what happened when Trump signed the American stimulus. It was not for the American workers as first promised.
I want to thank Congress for answering my call to pass this critical funding. I want to thank Congress for answering my call to pass this critical funding. $320 billion to refill the Paycheck Protection Program, helping keep millions and millions of American workers on the payroll.
The money once again goes to corporate bailouts, bank bailouts and more money to government agencies. The Trump stimulus skipped the American worker and gave the vast majority of the money to big pharma and corporate giants. This stimulus seeds the pockets of CEOs, heads of state, and to those who are already wealthy. Our economic system needs a real stimulus, something to stimulate the economy and give it real life again. The vast majority, if not all of the stimulus should have gone to the American workers, the ones who actually earned and paid all of that money in the first place. A proper stimulus would have been to give the American people the $6.3 trillion. Then the people, which are the life force behind our economy, could use the money and spend the money, which in turn stimulates the economy. People could make their payments, people could pay rent and buy groceries. People could buy new homes or cars and even go on a real vacation. All of this money will trickle back to the rich elite anyway. They are the ones who own companies that the money will be generated at. You don't give a stimulus to the top rich tier of the pyramid. This squeezes the life out of the economic body, causing death. Death comes from a system that no longer flows or runs. This is what happened to our economic system. They stopped the flow, they halted the movement and stopped the process from functioning. Just imagine getting a huge stimulus. You could go buy all the things you need. Buy and spend money that will keep the engine running, keep the heart pumping and creating a lively, healthy economy.